Have you ever had an unexpected encounter on the road that left you speechless? Well, buckle up, because today we've got a tale for you that will leave you in stitches. It all started on a quiet day when a truck driver was on his way to deliver his goods. But little did he know, his journey was about to take a wild turn. Imagine this, you're cruising down the road and all of a sudden, a barking and whining dog jumps out of the woods, blocking your path. That's exactly what happened to our truck driver today. But it gets better. The dog was so persistent that the driver had no choice but to step out of his cab and see what the fuss was all about. You won't believe what happened next, so grab a snack and get ready for some laughs as we bring you the story of the whining dog who jumped out of the woods and blocked the truck driver's road. Get ready for an adventure that'll have you in splits. The unexpected encounter. Picture this. You're cruising down the road in your truck, listening to your favorite tunes, and enjoying the peace and quiet. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a furry little creature pops up right in front of your vehicle, blocking your path. You can hear the dog barking loudly and frantically, but you're not sure what to do. As you slowly approach the dog, you start to realize that something's wrong. Its barking is not just a friendly greeting, but a distress call. You can see fear in its eyes and its body's shaking. You instinctively know that you need to help. So you turn off your engine, step out of the cab, and approach the dog with caution. As you get closer, you can see that the dog is a small, scrappy terrier with a shiny coat and floppy ears. You can tell that it's been lost for a while, and it's scared and hungry. You can hear it whimpering and barking, and you feel a surge of compassion for this little creature. You know that you need to do something to help. You reach out your hand slowly, speaking softly to the dog. The dog stops barking and looks at you with wide, curious eyes. You can see that it's beginning to relax, and you feel a sense of relief wash over you. You know that you've made the right decision in stopping to help this little guy. Whiny Fido demands attention. As the driver slowly approached the dog, he realized that he wasn't just any ordinary stray. The furry little creature was constantly barking and whining, demanding the driver's attention. The driver was taken aback by the dog's behavior and couldn't help but feel a bit confused. He had never seen a dog act this way before. The whiny Fido kept jumping up and down, and the driver couldn't help but smile at the dog's enthusiasm. He slowly opened his door and stepped out of the cab, making sure to keep a safe distance from the dog. The dog continued to bark and whine, and the driver couldn't help but be drawn to the dog's innocence and playful spirit. The driver knelt down to the dog's level and started talking to it in a soft voice. The dog immediately stopped barking and seemed to calm down, wagging its tail in excitement. The driver realized that the dog must have been lost or just wanted some attention. Whiny Fido, the dog who had caused all the commotion, was now sitting there wagging his tail and looking up at the driver with pleading eyes. It was clear that he wanted a treat, and the driver was happy to oblige. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a dog biscuit, which he offered to the furry little guy. Whiny Fido snatched it up in his mouth and devoured it with glee. The driver couldn't help but laugh at the silly pup, and it seemed that everyone else in the area was equally amused. The driver and the dog formed an instant connection, and the driver couldn't help but feel a sense of happiness knowing that he was able to help the little guy out. The driver then spent the next few minutes playing with the dog, and the two of them had a great time together. The dog seemed to forget all about his worries and just wanted to have fun. The driver couldn't help but smile, knowing that he had made a new furry friend. After a few moments of playing with the dog, the driver realized that it was time to get back on the road. He climbed back into the cab of his truck and started his engine. But before he could pull away, good old Whiny Fido jumped up onto the running board and started barking again. Now, the driver was caught off guard, but he quickly realized what was going on. Whiny Fido was trying to come along for the ride. He barked and whined until the driver finally relented and let him climb into the cab. And so the two of them set off down the road, with Whiny Fido sitting proudly in the passenger seat. It was an unexpected and hilarious encounter, and the driver couldn't help but smile as he drove along with his new companion. Who knew that a little whiny dog could bring so much joy and laughter into his life? As the truck driver and Whiny Fido continued down the road, the driver couldn't help but feel grateful for the unexpected detour. He'd never met a dog quite like Whiny Fido before, and he was glad to have the opportunity to spend some more time with him. The dog was playful and mischievous, and he seemed to have an endless supply of energy. Whiny Fido was eager to explore his new surroundings, and he stuck his head out the window, taking in all the sights and sounds of the road. The driver kept on smiling as he watched the dog, and he found himself laughing at the silly pup's antics. Now, as the miles passed by, the driver started to think about what he was going to do with Whiny Fido. He couldn't just drop the dog off on the side of the road, and he didn't have the heart to leave him behind. So he decided to take the dog with him on his journey, at least for the time being. The truck driver was no stranger to the road, but he had never had a companion like Whiny Fido before. He started to think of the dog as his own, and he started to plan all sorts of fun adventures that they could go on together. It wasn't long before Whiny Fido became a regular fixture in the truck driver's life. Everywhere they went, the dog was sure to be there, wagging his tail and barking with excitement. And so, the truck driver and Whiny Fido continued on their journey, taking in all the sights and sounds of the road. They had become the best of friends, and they had an unbreakable bond that would last a lifetime. It was a truly unexpected encounter, but it was one that the driver would never forget. Now, in conclusion, the unexpected encounter with a whiny dog on a remote road was a hilarious and heartwarming experience. From blocking the truck's path to demanding attention, Fido had the driver and the audience laughing. But in the end, it was all worth it when Fido finally got the treat that he so eagerly wanted. The encounter reminded us that sometimes the little moments in life can bring a lot of joy. It also shows that even the most persistent and whiny dogs can have a soft spot, especially when it comes to treats. We hope this video brought a smile to your face and made your day a little brighter. It's moments like these that remind us to always be prepared for the unexpected and to always be ready for a good laugh. We hope you enjoyed this video and that you'll be sure to tune in next time for more exciting and unexpected encounters. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with your friends and family. And also please remember to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a beat. Until next time, have a great day and keep an eye out for any furry friends that may cross your path. Who knows, you may just have a moment as memorable as this one.